Revelio. Lumos. Protego. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
This should be interesting.
Every day.
How do owls know where to deliver their letters?
It's been ages since I've sent an owl back home. My father will be
Must
worrying. Different? Starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Protego.
This should be interesting.
was shocked the first time I sent her an owl from Hogwarts. She'd never seen anything like it.
That's
She's
not
a
right
muggle,
either.
so of course that makes sense. What? Don't make that face.
I never know what to say when I write to my mother. Hello, Mother. Classes are horrendously boring, and Professor Binns is still as dull as when you were in school.
I've heard that Isaac Cooper received several
that's
owls
not
from
right
secret
either.
admirers. I suppose he is rather dashing.
I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones.
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
He did teach me a few things before term, but that's all I can tell you.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it. And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients, as long as your brews are all perfect.
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Ravenclaw, isn't it?
Ordinarily, perhaps, but it runs in my family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Owls must be incredibly intelligent to deliver all those letters. I still get lost looking for our common room.
Wish someone would send me a love letter. Doubt that'll ever happen.
Protego!
I'd prefer it if you stopped that.
That's just brilliant, Amit. Brilliant. You'd think you could... Ah! That is not how that... Why, hello. Would you like to take a look? Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I'm afraid I'm not much for memorizing constellations. Enough to worry about on the ground.
Well, you should know that all fifth years must take astronomy. However, I think you will feel differently after one night up on the tower. A quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you!
Revelio.
This should be interesting.
Try riding a hippogriff. You will soon learn that Kagawa's techniques are lacking practical uses.
This should be interesting.
We're the ones who don't receive any owls. Are you with you? Oh, where'd I from?
Can't imagine starting new school
Now,
this
Madame
late.
Kagawa said she'd never seen anyone with such form and groove. She even had the rest of the class watch me to see how it's done.
Charlotte asked me to explain to the class the main use of plants. I said picking them. What?
Obviously, Hogwarts is the best wizarding school in the world. Everybody knows that. Of course we're going to be the best.
I once flew to Ipswich and back. Yes, I did. Don't look at me like that. I've seen all the malls. Every one of them. They all look the same.
If anyone needs help with an essay or assignment, I don't mind lending a hand. I wrote 2 inches for bins yesterday while I was eating my lunch. I heard an ex-Aura lives in a house outside of Hogsmeade. I think I'd quite like to hear fighting dark wizards.
I wouldn't bother yourself about that. If I were you, I'd be more inclined to acquire myself some Bubba pus. I'm sure Garlic could point you in the right direction. Soon get that complexion in better fettle.
Obviously, the best greenhouse is the one with the dangerous plants.
I can't wait until I'm a 6th year. Then I won't have to waste my time with herbology anymore. Or Miss Professor Garlic, mind.
I think Defendo should be taught in the first year. Why stave off the mayhem?
Oh,
Natty doesn't seem to mind having her mother as a teacher at all. I'd hide in my common room if it were me.
I was always in trouble, I was. Always something broken in the garden. Ornaments, torn up lawn.
Do you think we'll learn how to brew Amortentia? Strongest love potion, they say. Not that I care, you understand. I was just wondering.
I fell asleep in Transfiguration once. Professor Weasley woke me up and I had drool all over my wand. Couldn't transfigure my way out of that.
He's absolutely sweet on me, I'm sure of it. Every time he's around me, he's crooning at me. It's like being haunted by a manticore.
Honestly, the way some of those Slytherins fawn all over Professor Black, it's embarrassing. Even he seems irritated by it. Then again, what isn't he irritated by?
My favourite room in the school is the library. It always smells of fresh parchment.
Got a peek at the prefect's bathroom last year. I'd missed class for a week to soak in that tub.
I haven't been down to the boathouse since arriving in my first year. Perhaps I'll pay a visit.
Peeves was in a mood the other day. Tossed my quill right on Scribner's desk.
Hogwarts always has another mystery to discover. If I don't find a way to concentrate, I'll fail my owls for certain.
Just when I think I've learnt how to get around the castle, a staircase moves and I'm lost again. Nothing worse than students practicing jinxes on each other in the common room. Can't take a step for fear of having your legs turn to jelly.
I'd wager the Hufflepuff common room's the coziest of them all. Simply the fact that it's so close to the kitchens makes it seem more homely.
I tried to hide a puffskein once, in the corner of the common room.
I heard that someone cast the Confunder's charm on a Ravenclaw 4th year so they couldn't answer the riddle.
Every time I'm there, everyone falls asleep. I don't think that's what a common room is for.
I I suspect most Slytherins would prefer not to be in a dungeon, myself.
Why are we only learning all the boring potions? When are we learning Felix Felicis? Knowing Sharp, he'll probably teach it after we've done our exams.
As far as I can see, the only potion worth learning is Sleeping Draught. Best time for the history of magic. It's hardly worth studying for potions, unless you're anticipating being poisoned sometime in the near future.
I don't find potions bearable at all. And if it's double potions, I question whether I wouldn't just rather be a muggle.
Do you happen to have any Valerian sprigs? I really wanted to have a go at a forgetfulness potion, only I can't remember where I put mine. Poor Susan in those second-hand robes. Looks like her grandmother in them. Smells like her too.
I've been meaning to ask you, you wouldn't have an extra quill I could borrow, would you?
Natty doesn't seem to mind having her mother as a teacher at all. I'd hide in my common room if it were me.
We had a ghoul in our attic. Groaned all the time. Quite the nuisance. Still, we never had spiders.
He said I had a complexion like a hippocampus egg. Fancy saying that. I think it's because I don't sleep well.
I was always in trouble, I was. Always something broken in the garden. Ornaments, torn up lawn.
I'll be weeks from Spintwitches with such interesting notions about how to improve brooms. Knows his stuff, he does that one.
Quite a few hamlets outside of Hogsmeade. I'm going to try and visit them all this year.
I hear Feldcroft's been getting attacked by Ranrock's loyalists.
Will not find me there anytime soon.
I enjoy my weekly visits to Dogweed and Deathcap. I find I'm more comfortable around plants than people, to be honest.
I could just have a butterbeer from the Three Broomsticks right now, and a chat with Serona. Both are excellent tonics.
I'd like to retire to Hogsmeade one day. Open a pub. For future Hogwarts pupils with tales of my childhood. Any news
Just have
about
to
the
wait for
dragon
the right moment.
would be enough to make me move, to be honest.
One moment. Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters, and you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
Harrowing indeed. I'm still a bit on edge myself and a little nervous for classes to start.
Oh, you needn't be worried. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are firm but fair?
Ha, I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You had best not keep her waiting.
advice. Don't know how she remembers who we all are either.
Wonder how sharp they did it. I'm waiting for someone to do this time as well.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Revelio.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust? And see
Revelio.
what details the field guide can provide. Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that. Inside and...
Revelio.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
I adore the hustle and bustle of Central Hall.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I certainly make sure I stay abreast of my homework. Teachers
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Sometimes you can find some quite interesting things in the library.
I thought your mother was nice.
She is, but it's my baby sister. Caused all this fuss. I hate sisters. Sorry.
Apology accepted. But why would your mother send you a howler? Seems rather extreme.
Exactly. My little sister. She likes to play with earthworms. So last time I was home, I found some for her.
Your sister sounds charming.
She's the worst sister ever. I get her the earthworms, and next thing you know, we've got horklumps. My mum's livid.
Oh, horklumps can be quite nasty. They spread quickly too. Can ruin a garden almost overnight.
Yes, all right, Professor. That's exactly what happened. They ruined the garden almost overnight.
You can call me Professor.
Very fine. You don't know how embarrassing it was to have a howler show up in front of everyone.
People were talking about it in the girls' lavatory, so it must have been memorable. I'm sure Garlic would have.
Revelio.
Well, I'm just saying. My auntie wants to.
If only Black
Do all of the professors have their own hours? I imagine they must send a lot of letters. Likely to the ministry.
I adore getting out of that house.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Conjuring a pillow the other day. Ended up with a hedgehog. It's not terribly comfortable to sleep on, I'd imagine.
Professor Weasley is easily my favourite. Her wand work is I asked him to come to tutor me in Transfiguration, but he refused. I'm a lost cause. My brother caused a lot of trouble in Professor Weasley's class when we were at school.
He idly waved his wand while daydreaming and transfigure someone's look into a beetle. Transfiguration has always come easily to me. I suppose some minds are more suited to it than others.
I used to write to my parents every week. Now I can't remember the last time.
I don't think a single student likes Professor Black. They may pretend to like him, but they don't.
I've no doubt that Black will be remembered as the worst headmaster Hogwarts has ever seen. No ability to have a rapport with his pupils whatsoever.
Black only... He couldn't care less about the rest of us.
What do you think Black's wife is like? She must be miserable. Although, not while he's here, perhaps.
I adore Hogsmeade after it snowed. It's so... what's the word? Magical.
Quite a few hamlets outside of Hogsmeade. I'm going to try and visit them all this year.
I have family in Einedale. Father wants me to visit, but I haven't had the time. Or the inclination.
I enjoy my weekly visits to Dogweed and Deathcap. I find I'm more comfortable around plants than people, to be honest.
Life is so peaceful in the hamlets. Well, when goblins aren't lurking around every corner. Can't be good for
Revelio.
Hogsmeade is the only all wizarding village I've ever heard of.
I was going to try out for the Quidditch team this year.
I'd make a fine with a bit more practice.
I think I'll go for a quick sprint on my broom after class. I find it helps stimulate my mind. Especially if you
Revelio. Revelio.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you. If Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster, I think we should have a mooncalf in charge. Well be surrounded by the shore.
keep things clean as a whistle, but it's, oh, what's that vile stench? Oh, what is that portrait doing? Oh, the humiliation. Has one person even tried to sort this dreadful odor?
Revelio.